Hello, I'm Derek White with Dope Free Soldier. I come here every week to talk to the men and women who are incarcerated and the men and women who have been released back from prison. I constantly remind you that you're not your past, you're not a mistake, you're not a failure. So now you get to change the story. You got to tell yourself who you are by reminding yourself what you're not. Your family's tired, you're tired. So now it's time to go forward with your life. It's time to cut out this foolishness, and it's time to be the very best version of yourself. See, that old version won't get it in 2022. But again, you got to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to get this free life? What are you willing to give up so that your family can count you in instead of counting you out? You got to stop lying to yourself. See, denial is a dangerous drug. So again, ask yourself, what is it that I really want? See, it starts with you, and it's going to end with you. Your family's been holding it down. This is the Father's Day edition. So I'm talking to you, Dad. What kind of legacy have you been leaving your kids? It's time for you to go back home and set that woman free. It's time for you to get a bucket and get some Epsom salt, a sponge, and some water and wash your dirt off their feet. It's time for you to take your rightful place at the table of life. But it's going to cost you something. See, birds of a feather, they do flock together. It's time for you to let Ray Ray alone. It's time for you to let Junebug alone. It's time for you to let Little Fella alone. It's time for you to may have to walk alone. See, I got to stay on that narrow road because that broad road is going to cost you something. And if it's going to send me back to prison, then it costs too much. Every day, I got to answer to the man inside. See, when I fix the man on the inside, no one on the outside can hurt me. But again, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to accept? Because life will pay you whatever you ask for life. See, life is a menu. So what you order on this menu will be presented to your table. You got to run your race. You got to run your race with grace. It ain't no sense of looking back because you've already done that. Every day, a positive conversation, positive thinking, positive mindset. A positive mind equals a positive life, but a negative mind, negative life. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. You got to run your race. You got to run towards your destiny because you have a purpose and you don't have no time to turn around. Stop cheating on your future with your past. Yeah, you went to prison. Yeah, you sold drugs. Yes, you did a lot of craziness, but you know what? That was your past. Stop doing CPR on dead issues. Don't give up, don't quit, and don't do easy. Because easy come, easy go. It's time to do hard. Because when we do hard, our lives become easy. Forgive yourself and move forward. It's not what they say, it's what you say. So what do you say? Get up every day and tell yourself, I'm fighting for me. Get up every day and remind yourself that it's time for me to pay myself back. It's time for me to make some guarantees to myself, and it's time for me to apologize to myself. It's you versus you, no one else. So stop blaming mama, stop blaming papa, stop blaming your kids and that woman. It's you. Sometimes it's just you. You got to look in the man in the mirror and you got to say, I was the problem. So today I'm about to fix it and I'm going to be the solution. But again, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. Don't quit. Don't ever give up. And every day when you go to that mirror, tell yourself, I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. Hey, I'm Derek White. I'm with Dope Free Soldier. Deuces!